Hi, I'm Lance Dalleck, Professor of Exercise and Sports Science at Western Colorado University and also member of the ACE Scientific Advisory Panel. In this month's issue of Certified, I've authored an article called HIIT versus Moderate Intensity Continuous Training, Battle of the Cardiorespiratory Training Titans, which is best? In today's video segment, there's two main points I want to discuss with you. First is, the purpose of this article is not to convince you that one of either HIIT or MICT is better, but that a combination is preferable for the overall health and well-being of your clients. And the second is, how can we go about implementing a combination of HIIT and moderate intensity continuous training. So first, I'll admit over the last couple years, I've authored a number of articles where I've highlighted the benefits of HIIT or even REHIIT, reduced exertion, high intensity interval training. And probably as a scientist and as an academic, we set up this paradigm that when we study HIIT, we're comparing it to moderate intensity continuous training, and we're doing a head-to-head comparison and trying to show, is one better than the other? And I think an inadvertent byproduct of that approach is that it sends a message to health and exercise professionals, to the public, that they have to pick. And nothing could be further from the truth. We should remember, first of all, that for many decades, there's actually been the recommendation that you can do either moderate or a higher intensity or a combination of the two. So that recommendation of a combination and what I'm presenting in this month's article is not novel. The reason why a combination is probably best is that the research shows that there's better benefits in certain health outcomes with either HIIT or moderate, and then vice versa. So as an example, a really nice recent study showed that if you're looking at cardiorespiratory fitness or the health of your vasculature, a measure we call endothelial function, then HIIT seems to be superior. However, for other key health outcomes, things like our body fat percentage or our cholesterol profile or our blood glucose profile, moderate intensity continuous training seems to be best. So if we're looking for overall health and well-being, let's look at combining both HIIT and moderate throughout a given week or throughout a given month. And we actually did a study a couple years ago where we did just that, where we had a personalized moderate intensity continuous training program following the integrated fitness training model that you're all very familiar with. And then we added one interval training session per week in conjunction with that personalized moderate intensity continuous training. And we really showed we get just great outcomes from that approach. So the second theme of today's video segment is, well, how do we go about implementing a combination of MICT and HIIT? And in the article, one of my graduate students, Ryan Barnhouse, who's a co-author on this month's article, has presented a number of sample combination programs for different categories of the population. So in his example, a older population who's physically inactive, or a young recreationally active population, or even a population that's cardiovascular diseased. So we've presented some sample combination programs for you. We've also presented what I think is a really key consideration for combining MICT and HIIT, and that is, how much time do you have in a given week? And so we've tried to really present for you, hopefully in an imaginative and creative way that resonates with you. How can you adjust how much HIIT you do and how much moderate intensity continuous training you do on any given week based on how much time you have available. And I think the last thing I want to highlight, and that's why I'm wearing my hat today, my ACE mover method hat is using the ACE mover method and the ABC approach is a great strategy for finding out, well, what's the best combination? So we want to ask those important questions to our clients. Do they prefer more moderate, more HIIT? What types of each of those categories of workouts? We want to ask questions, what are barriers? Do our clients have a new job? Is there a recent addition to their family where they're really strapped for time, and so HIIT might be a greater alternative at that point in that individual's life? And then again, collaborating on the best combination. I can't tell you for each individual client what's the perfect combo of moderate intensity continuous training and HIIT. That's up to you to collaborate as a health and exercise professional with each of your individual clients to find out what works best for them. So in conclusion, we're not trying to, in this month's article, say that one or the other of HIIT or MICT is best, but that a combination is preferable. And then use the ACE mover method. This is a great example of applying that. And as always, good luck with your clients, and we'll see you next time.